The NDP may have won the election, but Premier David Eby says he has heard the message voters sent him. He has traded his partisan shots for a tone of cooperation, given that he has won the slimmest of majorities with 47 seats. CTV Legislative Bureau Chief Rob Buffum joins us live from Victoria. The Premier will be having some crucial talks in the days ahead, Rob.
That's right, mi-jung. He was meeting today with the two Green MLAs who actually moments ago came walking down here, followed shortly thereafter by Sonia Furstenau. And it's undoubtedly one of many meetings the NDP will be having in the next few days as they try and increase their breathing room or their cushion here in the BC legislature. Unemotional and visibly relieved, David Eby returned to the legislature Tuesday.
I'm glad to be here. It was an eventful campaign.
Fresh off the final count that shows his party won the election and is poised to form a majority government, but with the thinnest of margins, subject to judicial recounts, 47 seats and a House of 93 MLAs.
This was a message that was sent certainly to me, to our government from British Columbians, that they expect us to do better on a number of key files.
Key files that include crime and the overdose crisis.
Addressing issues of public drug use, of people struggling with mental health issues, and severe addiction in our streets are a priority for British Columbians.
Eby says pending the judicial recount on two close ridings being done in about a week, his priority is swearing in a new cabinet likely next month, and then bringing the House back before Christmas, but just for one day.
The intent is to get the legislature working, to get a speaker elected so that we can get going with the new elected representatives that British Columbians have sent to Victoria. We will not be introducing, and it's not my intention to introduce legislation in the fall.
Given how bare his majority, not good enough, says this political scientist who thinks a throne speech and the related confidence vote is needed this fall.
We cannot be sure that they have the confidence of the legislature until they have that vote, and they need to have that in order to make governing decisions, at least to make them legitimately.
As for appointing a Conservative or Green as Speaker, or even to Cabinet to bolster his majority numbers, Eby isn't ruling it out.
We want this place to be stable. We want this place to work for British Columbians, and we're open to all kinds of discussions with MLAs about how that could work and what that would look like.
What we do know, with 56 brand new MLAs sitting in the House, it will look very different. And of course, there's also those 6 new ridings, so they've jammed 6 additional seats into the chamber.
So, Rob, who are the potential candidates for Speaker?
Well, that's a great question, and there's lots of speculation swirling around. John Rustad told me today that he knows that several of his MLAs have been contacted to see if they would take the position. He says he knows at least one of the Green MLAs has been asked. I spoke to Ian Payton earlier today and asked him directly if he would take the job. There was some speculation he might be a candidate. He unequivocally said he would not, and I can tell you, seconds before my pack, Gary Begg came walking around the corner here and was hugged by somebody on the street, fresh off his Surrey Guildford win, subject to the recount, and I shouted at him whether he would be interested in the Speaker position. He didn't answer me, so there will be speculation for the next few days, I'm sure. Mi-jung.
All right, thank you, Rob.